So our brilliant plan this morning was to go to Ilji Observatory, thinking that after a year, of course, their rebuild would be completed because their sign said that they were opening in like July or August of 2023, correct? Anyway, I go to the lobby and ask them to ring ahead. Turns out they're still building, so it's still closed. So plan B, I have returned to Garden of the Morning Calm, Jade Gardens, and yeah, we look forward to seeing some change in the gardens. Perhaps there'll be different kind of flowers out, and that's the thing. It's a beautiful location. I can't recommend it enough. If you're in the Chuncheon area, it is just stunning. The gardens are very well laid out. I hope to explore right up the back because I didn't do that last time, and I'm just going to take my time. I'm here right on opening. There's not that many cars in the car park. I think last year it was all a buzz simply because of all of those fabulous tulips that were in flower when I arrived. So I don't think we're going to see any autumn colour. I'll tell you that now. It's just been too warm. So if we do see any autumn colours, I'll be quite happily surprised. So anyway, we'll go and pay our money. This is the entry. It looks stunning. So as I've been wandering around, I just stopped by Honeybee's Cafe. A breakfast of a waffle kind of thing filled with cheese, which was delicious. And I've been watching chipmunks as I had my iced coffee. And a whole swarm of tourists arrived. I mean a swarm. I had a man waiting by my table waiting for me to finish up. As soon as I stood up, he's promptly sat down. Oh well, I'm glad I could oblige. Can you hear the cicadas and crickets? It's the sound I wish the stereo wouldn't drown out. But anyway, you know, it's the sort of thing that we find in a bit of an enigma. Or anathema? I can't remember which word to use, but anyway, it's one of those. One of the other things that I will say about this garden is that it's a place for not just tour groups, but couples come here on dates, it looks like. I also saw a young gentleman in his army uniform with his mother and father. So, yeah, it's that kind of a place. I was being all impressed by the dewy nature of all of this moss, and then I looked over here and they've got misters going to keep the moss alive. It's quite magical in here actually, you know, fairy lights, misters, lots of moss. So I'm busy watching everything, and this couple are busy taking photos of a tree, and I happened to turn around and notice what it was. Of course. So Jacqui did warn me that snakes are out now, and I've just seen a sign warning against bees and snakes, so I'm double impacted. I hope I don't get stung. I have no idea what I will do because I have not got my antihistamine with me. I didn't think I'd need it, so I didn't pack it, because I didn't need it last time. We'll see what happens. I'll be very excited to see a snake. Taramjita, taramjita, taramjita. I have to practice. She was gorgeous. She's here with her mum and her grandmother. And she was chasing after it, being very excited. Now we're about to do something. That looks risky from the signs, but you know how Kiwis are. What's a little risk in your life? We'll see what we discover. Maybe a snake. How they bed their plants. They've got them all on grids and they're roped and pegged. Interesting. Quite good that it retains some of the soil, but eventually it becomes the soil too. I've now tied up my hair because it's getting a bit hot against the back of my neck. I like this part of the garden. There's no music playing. You can just hear the birds and the crickets and cicadas. And it's like there's way more wildlife up this end. I didn't come up this far last time, so I think I might have reached the top. But we'll see in a moment. This is quite cute. It seems there might be more. From the enthusiasm of the locals. Oh wow. These look like cornflower, but I'm not sure. It's official. I have reached the top of the garden. This is as far as you can go. It wasn't that bad a walk actually. I thought it would be much steeper, but it's a series of gradients, so it's easily done. And if I'm going to see a snake, it'll be up here. It's quite moist underfoot. Not very many people to disturb. Lots of grasses. You'd imagine that that's what snakes like. Who knows? But I'll turn this around. You can get a view. It's quite stunning. So that's the kind of path you're walking on. Some of it's just gravel, but most of it's with a coir mat. And there you go. Interestingly enough, there is some sort of massive construction going on right at the boundary of the park itself. Of the gardens, sorry, not the park. Although it does feel like a park. And I can see right over to this mountain here, which seems to have some sort of watch post on top. There's a lot of buildings up there, and I saw the lights on up there last night, so I'm thinking that's a border post. But there you go. Beautiful. Always interests me. The things that we would consider a weed in New Zealand is planted en masse for colour here. So, yeah, that's interesting. And each garden has a different feature, so it attracts different kind of creatures. And this one, there's a lot of little white butterflies and like little blue grass moths like we have at home fluttering through. So might see something interesting. Oh, that looks like magnolia, perhaps. And there's berries on the ground as well, but I've not seen any birds eating them, so goodness knows. Lots of birds up to my left. And there's these like massive big spiders that make huge webs. I've taken some photos of those. I wish I could actually see a cicada. I keep hearing them, but I don't see them. Watching this plant and thought I was looking at bumblebees, but I'm not. These are parse. They are hummingbirds. Oh, one just about landed on my phone. This guy. Oh, they're very fast. Oh, there's tons of them here. I never thought I'd see that. Here's the only autumn colour I think I've spotted. There. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, cool. Do I tell a lie? Here's a little bit more. Something I'm loving about walking around in this place. There are tons of young families here. It's Saturday, so it's a lovely day out for a family. And when they're 5 and under, they openly stare at you as if, I guess that's how a giraffe feels, being stared at. So I'll stop and I'll introduce myself to them and also tell them what I do, and that sort of puts parents at ease. They start getting excited and going, "Oh, kindergarten teacher," or "teacher" in English to their child, so their child is picking up some English language just out and about. So yeah, quite lovely. And some of the children I've seen repeatedly on different treks, so we'd have more and more of a little conversation happening, particularly that little girl with her mum and grandmother. Just gorgeous. I've intercepted them 3 times now, and each time we have a little bit more of a conversation. Yeah, quite delightful really, and a good way of me learning more Korean language. Children are very forgiving, and they're only too happy to share a new word with you, which is fabulous. I love it. Now I don't know what the go is for chipmunk habitats, but somewhere under that bridge the chipmunk just disappeared with a mouthful of sphagnum moss. So it looks like he's building his nest for hibernation over winter. I suppose they hibernate. But that was the most gorgeous moment, and it is so quiet up here. No one is up here except me. Oh, I found him. He's over on these rocks over here, which would be keeping him quite warm. Here he is. Just cleaning up after gathering his moss. Oops. I'll see if I can get a bit closer. They're very alert little creatures. Oops. goodness, I've just spotted something else. Look at this. Seeing that little creature has just made my morning. That's fabulous. Great close-up shots. Oh, actually, now that I look around in the trees, I can see there's several of those birdhouses. This is a lovely little spot, and no one's walking up here. It's cool. I like it. Actually, what I thought was writing actually isn't. It's a whole lot of little slits cut into the side of the box, and I'm wondering if they're very narrow nesting boxes, and I don't know what sort of bird that would be for, because, well, it's definitely not a crow or a magpie. So that was the stunning Jade Gardens, and yeah, I've taken my time this time, and I got to see some really cool things that I definitely didn't see last time. That is so worth it. So if you're ever in Chuncheon and you're looking for something to do, and particularly if you've got kids with you, I would actually bring them out here. You're probably only going to be 40 minutes from downtown Chuncheon. I believe there's a bus service that brings you out here as well, so look it up. It's worth it, I tell you. Don't know what I'm going to do next, but we'll figure something out. So now I've got to find Ashley, and all the cars look the same except for the white ones. Here she is. Here's Ashley. She's a lovely car to drive. So that symbol down there in the middle tells everyone that she's a hire car. So everyone that sees me on the road knows to give me a wide berth, and then I step out and they give me an even wider berth. On a whim, I've come to the rail park, Chuncheon rail park, and we'll see what happens. Highly unlikely that I'll be able to operate this on my own. I might have to actually pair up with some strangers. That would be interesting. We'll see what it's about. Hopefully someone speaks English down here too and can explain a few things. Worth a look anyway. So I can vouch for the walnut cookies, but as you can see, it's very much a group activity. Not really the sort of thing that you do on your own. And I'm the only blonde here. Go figure. So I think we'll go and have a look at something else. some unknown reason, this building is attracting so many couples that are posing in front of it. It's interesting, extraordinary. I don't get it. There are couples all over the show, which is a lovely thing. Just wandering around, I've found something else. A bit of disused track and some sort of story associated with it, including a dog. No idea what's going on, but I'm just following the noise. I'm trying to humbug, of course.
눈이 커보던 유정은 자기도 모르게 박록주 뒤를 가뿐 날아가는 것이었다. 아, 바로 저 집이로구나. 기생집 고래간에
This lady's been going for hours. Her throat must be so sore. But now she's got friends. Everyone has a fan. I wondered what they were all doing, but they're pulling out hula grubs. There's tons of them. Rail ride was a bust, but by golly, I got a good insight into some cultural importance, shall we say, of the literary kind. Yeah, what a great day out. I'm going to go back to the apartment now because it is sweltering hot, but overcast, kinda. People are here gathering chestnuts. These ones have been harvested already. Wow, there's tons of them. I think just about every single one has been opened. And that bing, 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 bing means that there's a train coming any minute. There it goes. So that was a very full day 7. Day 8, I think we might just explore a little bit more of Chuncheon. So we'll see you tomorrow.